Hi guys! Time to do the translation to see where our energy is at, which I'm excited about, honestly. Um, what I want to start off with? I'm gonna start off with some downloads I already been receiving before I use tarot and the traveling deck, and I might use the magic deck also. Um, and that would be the energy of wrapping or covering yourself. And it's coming, and for me it's making me think of Muslim women, or I believe Arab women. I think it's one of the same, honestly, but it's a covering, like they cover their hair. Normally they have clothes on that covers them, but for some reason it's like it's taking me in the head form where they're covered. Some people say wrap, but I just feel that energy of that. um, and it's a protection aspect. I know, because some people are just like, I don't want to be wrapped up. It's hot and all that aspect, depending on where you're at. But it's a protection aspect. On top of that, it's Leo season, and it's they say an empowering energy. And this one is you covering yourself will protect you. That's you empowering yourself. Um, and also picking up an energy that's taking me in like a hypnotist stage where it's a back and forth like this. It's more than done, but it's like this. And it was taking me in the idea of west and east. Um, but it's a stuck. You're stuck. It's like a no outlet aspect, if that makes sense. That's why you keep going back and forth, but you run into a wall. Um, it's like you're not moving forward and you're not going backwards. You just that's just something. Even myself, I've been trying to figure that aspect out, but I decided just to. My arm is going. I don't know what the heck is my arm is itching so bad for. Um, I'm sure it's a reason why. It's just get the itching, but those are just some energies that I've been receiving. And I should speak on those before I even get into the cards. I'm doing traveling deck first because I picked it up. It's in my hand already, so I'm gonna start off with the traveling energy. Oh, speaking of traveling energy, paying attention. I picked up this energy yesterday as into when you're out and about or just in general, pay attention. Accidents are happening because you're distracted. You're not paying attention. The energy I was receiving, it was a look out. Like you're not paying attention. Look out! You're about to crash, or somebody's gonna crash into you because you're distracted. So accidents are definitely on the horizon because you're not paying attention. Distractions. Um, and that was like the eternal aspect, saying it like, look out. And it's kind of intriguing because myself personally just recently experienced the same thing with me riding with my ex. He was driving so doggone fast, and but he was rushing on top of that. And the energy just was like, it's too freaking much. You're gonna crash. Hello, God. Safe in the light. In the dark. That's intriguing because this energy, they say it's a new moon aspect. It's information that's going to be coming out that's new. Like more insight into things that you may have been blind to, traumas that you didn't even recognize. I want to say suppressed too. That's coming to the horizon. That's hello, God. It's going to be getting light, and you're safe in the light. That's intriguing for the first two cards to come out. Let's see what else we got in here. It seems like it could even be going with that energy when they go to a back and forth. Like, why are you stuck in this aspect? Like, have you not even realized there is not an outlet? You have to come, and that was the energy I picked up too. It's a bird circling in the middle, but not figuring out to move forward. Apparently not to go backwards. Maybe you might need to go backwards. I don't know, but it's this aspect, and it's taking me in a hypnotose form. I don't know if it's because, look into this and, but that's what it reminded me of. And it's like, it making me think of a road where you can't get out. It's like one way you can get in and out. But it's not, the funny thing about that aspect is it's not on the side. It's like in the middle. It's making me think of a road. And when you go down that road, it's like a circle, and then you come right back out of it. That's the only type of roads that I know about that operates in that form of a way. But this is not the way that I'm seeing this road of energy. It comes from the middle. Like, you have to go to the middle and then go forward. But you're not. Somehow you are stuck in that circle, but it's not a circle because you cannot get out on the side. You run into a wall. It's not an actual wall, but there's no outlet. You're not getting out that way, so you have to come back this way. The same thing happened. It's intriguing energy. It's intriguing energy. Call to me and I will enter. You are special. I am the light of the world. I am like an olive tree in the house of God. These are like Bible quotes at the bottom of it that's catching my attention to say. And that first one was, call to me and I will enter you. Jeremiah. Oh, these are all threes too. That's really good. 33.3. Hope I said that right. It's like 2 3s and then it's dots and then it's a 3. And that's the hello God aspect. Safe in the light is, I am the light of the world. John 8.12. And then you are special says, I am like an olive tree in the house of God. Psalms 52.8. So those are good scriptures to look up. I'd like to get more into it, honestly. Those seem very important. You got 2 J's and you got the P. Jeremiah. I think I'm gonna look at Jeremiah one up, honestly. Because that energy is one that's really standing out to me. Definitely when it comes to that stuck energy. It's stuck. Back and forth. You have to come back to the middle. Fence of love, be on guard. Hey, you're not paying attention. That's that distraction aspect I was speaking of. It's kind of funny a little bit. It's making me think of something that I just did. I got some edge control that I hardly ever use, but I should, just because it helps your edges. It helps repair, at least the kind that I got. But what making me think of that is the fence of love. Like, your surrounding is going to protect this main source. Like, these edges and, all that is going to protect this aspect. It's that same aspect. The eternal aspect is helping. Something's guarding you. Even with wrapping yourself, it's that same energy, or covering yourself. It's a fence, like a shield that's going to protect you and be on guard. You're distracted, for sure. It's at the bottom of the denim with the tarot. Put on the brakes. You gotta stop doing something. Where's that going with this first card to me? If you're are definitely lost. It's time to pray, probably. It's prayer time. Call to me and I will enter you. But I didn't even know I was lost. And now I'm moving over to tarot. Hello, God. Safe in the light. You are special. Oh, I even look at those ones. Pardon me. You are special. I did that one. Oh, the scripture for this one. Fence of love. Children, obey your parents in the Lord. Ezekiel 6:1. Be on guard. Above all else, guard your heart. Ay. Above all else, guard your heart. That seems important. That's definitely what going and covering yourself, like wrapping yourself. And it's intriguing because lately I have definitely myself personally have been exposing myself a lot. I'm being very vulnerable. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there is a time, and I feel like this is that time to cover yourself. And it's a protection aspect. And it's taking me, you can do it indoor, but it's taking me an outside aspect, if that makes sense. And even with the Muslim women, I believe, when they indoor, they're not all wrapped up, I believe. They are normal behavior, whatever that means. But when they come out and about, or they're around with people, they're covered. And it's taking me in the form of like this aspect. You can rap like this, but it's just a covering aspect. Or it could be this aspect, just cover yourself, protect yourself. Whatever your shield is, it's the time to have it on. If that makes sense. Be on guard. Fence of love. You are special. You're safe in the light. Hello, God. What is that? What's catching my freaking attention? This card's got me. I think I'm about to read this quote that's on this, safe in the light. To keep catching my doggone attention. Look up and touch the dawn light in our car. If we are traveling at night, we can't see very well without an inside light. The outside car light helps us see the road ahead, but when we want to look at something inside, we need the dim light. Turn the light on and off. Jesus is like that dim light, except he stays on all the time. Jesus is like the dim light, except he stays on all the time. The Bible says he is the light of the whole world. When we are afraid of the dark, Jesus is like a light that helps us feel safe again. Anytime you feel fearful, remember Jesus is only a prayer away. His dim light is always on. I am the light of the world. John 8-12. That's so all go together. That's exactly what that freaking is. That's intriguing. as in, I gotta explain it, don't I? That's exactly what it is. It's that energy. It's this. It's that back and forth. It's you're lost. If that makes sense. You may not even know that you're freaking lost, or that you're running into a wall, or maybe you do. Honestly, you need that light, which is saying, "Call out to me." Like the eternal aspect, ancestors. Mother Nature, something of that aspect, and it's in the dark. It's an eternal guidance. And it's so intriguing. It's that really stuck energy, because you're not moving forward, and you're not looking back. That's the intriguing part. You're just intriguing. I don't know what's going on. Ain't nothing coming out of tarot at the moment. Maybe because the traveling deck is standing out at the moment, but that is intriguing, because even this traveling energy is still taking me like overseas aspect. They normally cover themselves. They're here too, but their actual root is way overseas. And that's the first card to come out. How intriguing. Haha. I was waiting on you. And that's so funny. I said that what got me is water. Oh, it's so bright. It's water right there, and somebody's waiting for you with the world. Either you're headed to an opportunity, you're going to be headed somewhere. When you change, you are special. It's right up under there too. That's amazing. Somebody's waiting for you with opportunity. But they got the whole world in their hand. That's amazing. Pull some more cards. I feel like it'll be spouse energy, honestly. Your other half. Because your other half will complete you. It's something I speak of a lot, honestly. How you can have oneness with somebody. And that's what this is. The other half is waiting on you. And they're on the land base. You have to be in the water. Like traveling to them. Because they're looking at the water. Or this is taking me in a form of pregnancy too, honestly, looking at this water. That's intriguing. Don't ever go steal somebody. It's an opportunity. What's going with you are special. What kind of flowers or trees do you see along the road in the summer? Hold on. What kind of flowers or trees do you see along the road in the spring or summer? We see red, yellow, blue, pink, orange, white, even purple flowers. Sometimes when we stop to smell them, they tickle our noses and make us sneeze. God also created beautiful plants and trees for us to enjoy. Did you know you are like a tree or flower? You may be short, tall, big, or small, but there is no one like you. God made you unique with beauty all your own. God took special care to make you just the way He wanted. Sometimes we may think we're not as useful or special as someone else. God has created but remembered. It takes many flowers to make a beautiful bouquet and many trees to build a big house. I am like an olive tree in the house of God. How intriguing. You have the answers. You hold the word. The water's headed to you. That's everybody. That's a You have the answers. That's amazing. Stuck energy. They're gonna stuck energy and blindfolded. You're stuck for a reason. That's why you're freaking stuck. It's the tree aspect. It's a tree energy, or it could be a flower. So this is a placement. This takes me into the law of placement energy. Honestly, I think my nose want to get the tickling. How intriguing. But it's for a reason. You're definitely stuck and blindfolded. People are gonna be coming to you, and you're working on something. At the bottom of the deck really quick. Ah, the sun card. Look who's. That's so funnily awesome. Hello, energy. This is definitely standout energies at the bottom of the deck. On top of booming at the same time. Which that's definitely is going with the first card. The top and bottom is one of the same. Whether there's pregnancy energy, or you having the answers, like somebody's headed to you. But then the Hierophant came out, and so people actually coming to you while you're stuck. But that would definitely be like with the traveling card. Say when you're special, you don't have to do too much movement, but you are everywhere. If that makes sense. Oh, that's two standing out energies. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. This is all balanced energy. What is this? I need a minute. What are these boats? Because it went from the first card that came out as into, it's really so hard to see a little bit. Somebody waiting for you, which is symbolizing you, and you have the world in your hand, and it's a water base headed to you. Ah, that's the spiritual aspect. Ah, that's awesome. It's something I'm learning about. That's in all of us. It's a Mother Nature aspect. And it's taking me in a Buddha form. That's why it's like you got the world in your hand, because you can connect with that energy. Then it goes to, and the numbers catching my attention on here too, which is this one got a 2 on it, and this one got a 3. And this one, these boats are catching my attention. I'm not sure what that is, honestly. I'm not sure if that's coming or going energy. That's coming energy. There's both. I just did that translation too recently. It's rising energies back up. And there's 2 boats in the distance. Yeah. It's awesome. That's very, very freaking awesome. You got, that's that new energy coming in. And then while you're stuck and blindfolded, this is literally, you don't feel like you're actually blindfolded. It's just the spiritual aspect of it. It's the faith aspect. When this energy is coming off as blindfolded, it's just faith. And you keep hearing take a chance on yourself aspect. Eyes look so intriguing, honestly. Not in a bad way, it's just they look intriguing. My eyes look intriguing. And it's the water is right up under her freaking too. This is a lot of water. Is there any more water in this? And whoever's coming to you, it's the wheel of fortune. Something coming back. It's the boats coming in. There's energy coming back. Yeah, that's for the seekers. And I feel like even it's another energy that's connected with this as to the seekers are the freaking water. It's who you're communicating with, if that makes sense. It's making you blindfolded and stuck. But you're not blindfolded. But it's just the faith aspect that you're communicating with energy that's coming back. That's extraordinary. That's exactly what that is. Even how I laid these cards back out, because I laid them back down a different way. You're communicating with the energies coming back. You know that you are communicating with something. I want to say you see it too. The energies you are communicating with. There's two people right there. And where is those boats at? And the boats are right there. There's two boats. And you're communicating with them. But it's energy that's coming back. That's why I spoke of pregnancy energy. It's like new life, and you can communicate with that life. Or it can be like taking another way to explain it. Water is in all of us. We have a good percentage of water in us. People tell us to consume a good amount of water. That keeps us connected, which makes us able to communicate very well. And you may be very well connected with two individuals. But this is two aspects of energy. What else we got in here? And you're working with others. What is this? That's going with be on guard. You working with others, you gotta be on guard. And they got the 5 on there, it's halfway. This keep taking me, I keep thinking of pregnancy energy, honestly. Something I spoke of recently. Definitely with the 5 being on there. Making sure you two both are balanced. as to, person realize that they're pregnant, and the woman normally want to change her lifestyle, and the guy tell her she should change her lifestyle, start eating right and all that. The guy got to do the same. Y'all both are pregnant, and that's to be on guard, or it's gonna have bad effects later because one didn't want to make that change. Just how they look at females like, you're pregnant, you shouldn't be smoking. It's like, once you realize a guy have a child, he is expected, whether his girl, whoever it is carrying, he should no longer be smoking either. You're pregnant. That's that be on guard. It's going to be negative effects because didn't make that change that was supposed to happen. It's a oneness. Y'all are creating oneness, and one can't just change. The whole thing have to change for that balance to be right. And that's what that definitely is. That's what working with others is. And that's why you have to be on guard on top of that. Ay, ay, ay. Cups coming together. Things are coming together. What is that? So pumpkin. What is this pumpkin? It's pumpkin and grapes that's catching my attention. Are we drinking? Are we drinking alcohol? That's taking me in, honestly. It's that same energy. Is it okay to drink wine when you're pregnant? No, it is not okay. After you have a child, maybe enjoy. Not while. No, it is not okay to drink wine when you're pregnant. Not even a cup with the footies. I believe doctors say the same thing, but they probably be the ones outside on break smoking a cigarette. So, yeah. Anywho, King of Pentacles. I can't even say anywho. It's just something I really do see a lot, and it drives me crazy, honestly. And what is my smell? I have incense going. Awakening the energy. My other half, this is their culture understanding, which is a Middle Eastern aspect. They love this aspect of communicating. To me, think of like smoke signals. A King of Pentacles came out with his dot. That's what you working on. This is your spouse. Your spouse is in their power. They're the ones that's manifesting right now. Or got you manifesting. But they hold the key in that aspect. And it's taking me in nature form too. See lots of like vines and plants. A few more cards, then to wrap it up. Justice! Yay! And the Moon card. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, upside down. They both came out. We both came out. That's amazing. Queen of Pentacles is in reverse though. And lots of obstacles is behind it. Ay, ay, ay. Your justice is in the dark, that's why you're blindfolded. It's a faith aspect. And it's going with the first card that came out in a traveling aspect. Hello, God. It's your spouse. It's your Ace of Swords. You got the crown on top of the sword. Your spouse is your justice, and it's in the dark. Then the Queen of Pentacles came out, but it's in reverse. Y'all not together. There's something that's blocking this aspect. They both out in nature aspect. this is beautiful. Honestly, this is very beautiful. This is a divine communication. That's amazing. Oh, that's so beautiful. I can't stop thinking of how beautiful that is. That's amazing. They can communicate like no matter how freaking far. Even I sat there, I started with the traveling freaking deck. And y'all can communicate from very far, and Mother Nature helps that. Both of these aspects are out in nature. Holding stars, which is to me guidance, but it comes in a form where people would think there's communication happening. Like, you normally don't see stars out during the daytime, but when it's night, the stars come out. At least you can see them for the most part. But this aspect is literally that's y'all gift. Y'all can communicate in that form of a way and very freaking far. This can even be freaking overseas. Where was that at? Where the heck did I see that? That was the first card that came out. Yeah, it was the world card. Holding the dog on the world. Back and forth freaking energy. You're not moving forward. You're not looking backwards. It's the communication. You can communicate back and forth, but there's no movement forward. And you're not looking backwards. It's just y'all can communicate back and forth, but there's no movement forward. That's so freaking beautiful and awesome. And the water element is helping in that aspect. That's so freaking beautiful. I will pull another card out for this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But that's not good. There's a problem. It's in reverse. Oh, they got a rabbit. How awesome. It's a rabbit running out of the grass on the side. That's kind of intriguing because recently a cat that I had that I was enjoying, his name was Chase. My son decided to name it that. He brought a rabbit back to me, like a dead rabbit, and it was so intriguing. Like I thought I'd be scared. I was a little terrified because I was like, oh my god, like how can I explain that? It was dark at first, like came to the door, but something was just like I felt the energy, like something else was there. So I'm like, what do you got? It's not like I seen it. I felt like you have something. What is that? So I went and I got my phone or something to have extra light. But then I want to get a light, and I realized, oh, you brought me a freaking dead animal, a rabbit. Which to me, it was a gift. It was like a nurturing aspect. And that's just what that reminds me of. It was a baby rabbit. That's so intriguing. I'm gonna pull another card out for this, but that rabbit catching my attention, honestly. But then, after I realized that he just sat out there for a while, and then he put it behind the plant. I was like, I'm gonna get it the next day. I didn't want to go toss it or whatever, you know. I was happy and shook up at the same time. He was like, oh my god, that was amazing, but terrifying at the same time. Did he come back the same day and did it, or did he do it the next day? I think it was the same night, if I'm not mistaken. It was the same freaking night, I believe. I think he ate it. He ate the rabbit and he left the ear. Because when I went out there the next day to like clean up the mess, um, it was an ear out there left out there. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, I should pick it up with my hand because, you know, it was a gift for me. So I got me some gloves. And at first I was nervous to like touch him. It's like, if, you know, something that I care so much about was able to, you know, kill it and bring it to me and all that, I should be able to pick it up and touch it. So I did, and I felt like, I think the ear was still alive. Like I felt like still movement in the doggone ear. It was intriguing, but I wound up picking it up. It was intriguing, but yeah, he ate the rabbit and left me the ear. The sun card. How intriguing. And some obvious information happening. Strength. Is that going with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? This is a child on his horse. I'm just squinting a little bit and leaning in a lot to look at the cards because my actual surroundings is dark. I'm using like a light post that I got so it'd be a little brighter so you can actually see. But and then we have a foundation offering. Somebody's offering you something. That came out with the obstacles. Queen of Pentacles is going through obstacles. You got some obstacles, some things, some lessons you got to learn. And it's still taking me in this energy. And for me, as I said, that's a west and east aspect. It's that energy. And from this translation, what I'm getting is you're having communication with somebody. It's going back and forth, but there is no movement. I want to say there's growth happening because you can communicate back and forth, but there is no moving forward. You're not moving backwards. You're communicating back and forth. But it seems like you need to be in that aspect. It's making me think of my wallpaper I just made, or even how I describe myself a lot. I normally tell people I operate like a Buddha, but this is literally taking me in the form of a tree. And where you don't have to do too much moving, but trees can communicate from, you know, lots of distance. They are rooted in the freaking ground. On top of that, it's like a wind chime. You know, what are trees? They give off something. Oh my god, I can't even think of the word right now. I feel so intriguing. I can't even think of the word, but hopefully my little body language is giving it. Sometimes my hand movement be not what it is, but I want to say a nurturing aspect, but it's something that they release that's beneficial, and they're not even moving, if that makes sense. I recently just talked about that. What the heck was that? I was talking about guidance that I give, how I normally operate like Mother Nature, and how I give guidance, but it's not forced on you. And a lot of times people, when they meditate, they normally be outside. When they receive their downloads, you can be inside too. Which that is Mother Nature guiding you. It's the tree aspect also. That doesn't make me even get this example. But whether you listen or not, you know, that's up to you. But it's not like the tree gets up and move and like shakes you and stuff. Like, I'm trying to tell you this, you know. Listen, you came out here to get the answers, right? It's just like, I don't know if that was a good example, but that's just what it reminds me of, honestly. It's intriguing. But it's also taking me in the form of an angel, honestly. How people, they want enters, they get enters, but it just, I want to say too good to be true. And then if they actually see a ghost or some, what's that word, paranoia type of stuff, they get terrified, you know. The door just opened itself, or, you know, the lights start going off, or, you know, it's nothing but they turn around giving you what you want. But what else energy we got here? I got the Wheel of Fortunes circling. My phone about to die. How long is this video already? Well, it's quite long. Here, it's been a while since I translated. The energy is good, honestly. I'm very amazed that I definitely really am. It's a very good energy. And you and your spouse came the heck out. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, though. Something's not right. I want to say not together. But that's kind of freaking funny because I've been picking up on the energy also that I speak of a lot, as into you have a connection with somebody, like spouse energy, but you're giving somewhere else. Your spouse is giving to somebody else. Like that could be the energy too, but y'all not together. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. Definitely, I can't just leave that there. Seekers, this is all seeking. Oh, the Lovers, yes, this is Lovers. That's intriguing. They're not together. Your spouse is probably with somebody else. Your spouse is with somebody else. Ay, ay, ay. That's no good. That's no good. That's why there's no movement forward. There's communication, but there's no moving forward. You're not together. What do we got? Back and forth communication. Things are coming together. One of you got a lot of obstacles. And this is going with working with people. I'm not sure what the heck that means, but the obstacles is working with people, and it's part of being on guard. That goes together. Be on guard, working with others. This is why the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. And your spouse is holding the world, but y'all not together. They're with somebody else. Yeah. And you being on guard is going with these foundations, these different foundations that's coming together. It's 3 cups, but they're all different aspects. And it's part of what somebody's offering you. Somebody's offering you something new. It's not like something new. You might be joining something, honestly, because they already had those foundations. It'd be new to you, you know, but you're definitely joining something. Which seems like it's going with the energy also, as to different structures, beliefs coming together. It's taking me to polygamy also. You got the Sun card and the Moon energy out. Both of these came out. Which the Moon energy comes first, and then the Sun card. By the numbers, 18 is on the Moon, 19 is on the Sun. But you're definitely going to be receiving enters in the dark. That's so hard. That's so weird when I say it in that form of a way. Your intuition is going to be very active. Crown chakra is going to be on yes mode. Which it may be overwhelming, honestly. Because that's going to bring up a lot of suppressed energy, honestly. Whether you know of this suppressing energy or not, it brings it up. then that's when the Sun card follows, where things are, you're able to move forward. Pretty good energy, I must say. Pretty good energy. So the sum this all up is prayer time. Make sure you cover and wrap yourself. It's your best form of protection at the moment. You're having communication back and forth. It's clear communication, but prayer will help in the moving forward aspect. We have pay attention. Make sure you pay attention. And you have new energy coming in. There's new energy coming in. And that's what we have. That's where our energy is at. So remember, be kind. You are a reflection.